Jeep Wrangler Sahara. I got aftermarket lights, side mirrors, aftermarket grill, front bumper, winch. Guys, we're going to put on a Hooke Road back bumper on today. As you've seen at the first intro, it's heavy duty, about 200 pounds, very sturdy. And hopefully we get on today and film tomorrow, working it out and trying it and stuff, see how it goes from there.
Okay, now we have everything took off of here. We're going to start putting all the new stuff back on. We always have helicopters around here, but how it goes is these brackets are your frame brackets. They just slide in so you can bolt it from this side once you put your bumper on. This bracket, as far as we can tell, goes on the back side here as you push your bolts through into your new bumper. So we're going to put the other side on. We're going to slide the bumper on there, and we're going to get it pretty much in place and ready to go start bolting it down.
All the way through. Once you put them on there, Richie,
yeah,
and put the bumper, push the bumper all the way through,
yeah,
till it hits solid. Okay.
That plate goes back. All right, we're ready to slide the bumper on. I'll get this. Yeah, let me get this in because that's where the camera is. Yeah, let me pull mine back a little bit. There you go. You get yours on there? Yeah, keep going. Whoop, hold on right there. All right, let's get down there. It does. Who needs a tire? A spare tire holder. Oh boy, they're right there. Ooh. Oh, mine's having a little bit of an angle issue here. Okay, I got mine.
You have your personal car?
Yeah. I ain't got that back one yet, though.
You having problems with the back one too?
Yeah.
Well, that's why it wants you to slide it.
You lift up on the front.
It's working 10 times better.
Yep. I'm in both mine.
Yep, I got mine in.
You see what I'm saying now? Now look at where the bumper thing's at. See? There.
Yep.
And then you put this one on it, sandwiches. And the bolts go this way. Ah.
That still don't make no sense how that's supposed to work like that, does it?
I'll show you here in a second. Okay, we're not going to tighten these yet. We're going to put them bolts through. But I got to move the camera. What's the one?
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, this plate goes here. You got a bolt loose already?
Yeah.
It goes all the way through.
So the washer be on the back side right here, right?
Yeah, the one washer stays on the back. Yeah, it goes all the way through.
This in here? Well, what about the big
Yeah.
opening right here?
It'll close when we pull it tight. That's because we ain't tightened all the way.
You don't need... How many washers? Oh, okay, it uses 2 washers down it.
Yeah, one washer on the back, one on the front.
But what about the lock washer?
It goes on the front.
Behind, like this?
You see how I got mine?
Yeah.
That's straight through like that.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll have to pick up on it. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt to get in there.
How'd you get yours in there?
Like that.
Like that.
Alright, hold on. Before you go anywhere else, let's do the other two. Now this part was very kind of unclear in the instructions.
You can tell I'm a mechanic.
Yeah, you got it? Yep. My end one here is not wanting to cooperate. Alright, I got it.
Yeah.
Now, washer, lock washer, nut. Washer, lock washer, These nuts. Come on, meow. Get started.
God, don't give you no room, does it?
Well, it's not that. Yeah. Those are a little weird. Alright, I got mine. That middle one's what's going to be fun. You got to sort of sneak your hand in there.
Oh, there's no room at all.
Nope. I have to use my left hand because it's smaller.
Yeah?
Yeah. Your dominant hand's always bigger.
Yeah. God almighty.
You get yours?
Yep.
I got mine too. Alright, now we need the 19 wrench and wrench is down there. I got the socket over here. I think I got the 19. No, the 19's on the impact. Here's the 19. Alright, we'll work from the center out. We'll start with yours right here.
Here you go, yeah.
Alright, I don't want to get it all the way tight. Now what I want to do is I want to come back here and tighten this end one real quick just to make sure they're pulled to the center. Alright, what I want you to do is get out and make sure that your bumper isn't hitting nothing. Like it's lined up good. They're both back the same distance. They should be because we tightened them center ones.
I can't tell from this license plate bracket.
Just like use your finger.
Let's go in a little bit.
Just let me know if you think you're good.
I don't see it going in any farther.
It can go in a smidge like that. Alright, stop right there. Hold it. Just... Alright, you're good. Tighten my side, tighten your side, and we'll finish off the center. Alright, tighten your side. And what he's tightening is these bolts right here that hold the side of the bumper. And we'll get back to tightening these center bolts, which are actually right here. They slide through this way, go through here, and tighten on the back side with lock washers. All hardware is included with this bumper. Everything's included with the full setup. The only thing we'll have to add later is going to be the plug for the trailer lights. We'll have to make something for that later. Good?
Yep.
Alright, let's do these ones, tighten them under here, and we can jump out and start fixing up the rest of it.
Is it tightening itself?
No. Let's jump back to this one. Go ahead. Far one now. You on?
Yeah.
Gosh, I messed up by not keeping that same design as the old cars had.
What's that?
On the rear diffs, or you can drop the whole center section out. They went GM style.
Oh, what you was talking about the other day?
Yep. All right. Let's get this one. Yep. All right. We're good and tight on all of them now.
I never mentioned nothing about that.
No, there's no bolts that go there.
No, you can't get no there.
No, that's where that hook was.
There's that plate there.
Yep. All right. So far, looking really good.
Made a big difference, didn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. New Jeep.
What, about 3 inches?
It didn't move.
No.
All right, let's see what's next. So the next step is your spare tire holder, and check it out. The back bumper literally holds more than the inside of the Jeep does itself. All right. It uses the factory hardware that you pull out for your light spare tire mount. It's what is it, 8 bolts.
Yep.
We'll get them all in, impact them down with the impact, and we'll be ready for the next step. Before you do that, you got to make sure and put your bump stop on, which is kind of rough to put on. You sort of got to push it really hard in and then start your lock nut. But other than that, everything else seems to go pretty easily on it. These little trunnions, or I can't even remember what them things are called. I believe, well, we believe, is to keep the spare tire from flinging open on you. So we'll see as we get further into it what we got to do with those. Gotta make sure there's really no movement in there, so it's just get them all in. And that sounded like it was cross-threaded, but you know, cross-threading cross-threads are threads. In the 90s, we called them crisscross threadings. They make you jump. We'll call that good. Okay, now you got to get your tire holder, which you have to put these brackets on. There's 2 of these, and you got to put your nuts through them, or your bolts. We'll put these through first, and there's another one that goes on the back side, and then it uses these serrated nuts to hold it. Here. Get this. What'd you do with the other bolt? Give me the other bolt. You have to pull your bracket upward.
Got it.
There you go. Okay.
Hold it.
Now hold these. Let's start the nuts on them.
Okay.
And we'll leave them loose for now until we get the bump stop on there. The next thing that goes on is your bump stop, which goes this way.
So you have to adjust that then?
Yeah, this has to be adjusted. After you put it on, we'll have to adjust to make sure it closes all the way. All right, this next step is you put your races in, which these races are kind of loose. You ain't really got to hammer them in on this one. Got to put the top one in now. The bottom one I hit a little bit with a chisel to try to make it, you know, sort of scrab a little, which it does. And the bearings on these are ran dry. You do not pack them. I sort of figured you might pack them in grease, but it shows in the instructions that you just leave them dry. So we're going to go ahead and put this one's already in. We're going to slide this one in real quick, which is just right here. Again, they're pretty loose fitting. I'm going to take this chisel and again, just knock this side a little bit on both sides just to sort of lock it. And then we'll put it on with the bearings. And I'll show you once I get over there to the Jeep. Now we're going to put the spare tire holder onto it. And again, these bearings are fit dry. And then we'll put the upper bearing in. And then we put the castle nut on. Which does not want to go on. No, I ain't got nothing to do with that. What do you say, the paint?
Yeah.
Probably. Well, we'll have to get a socket for that. Tighten it down. Alright, so we're just using a crescent wrench to tighten this. How's it feel? Jiggle it. We don't want to get too much preload on these bearings. Oh, I think that's all I got. Back it off a little bit. All right. Swing it out. Butter. Dang. It ain't nothing there. It's as light as it can be. All right. Let that slide back in. All right, now we got to put the top on here, and we got a set screw for it right here. It goes right through there. It's a little Allen set screw right here. It all comes in the kit. This is all still the kit.
I think you should tighten it a little bit more, Richie.
Think so?
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think it's just the movement it has. Yep. It's just the bearings. All right, let me find the Allen wrench for this and we'll put that on. Alrighty, find the Allen wrench. Found it. These on. This is a very well built system. Everything has its hole and has its place. It's the set screw. Torque her down. 100 foot-pound. There we go. That's it. Now he's going to work on the bump stop to push his tire back against the body a little closer, which it looks like he got it. Oh, you lining up the bumper?
Yeah, the slot.
Right.
That's a little bit more and have it. Tiny washer in it should straighten it, shouldn't it?
Yep.
I should get it right there.
This has these little turnbuckles or whatever they're called. I can't really think of what they're called right now. But that keeps your tire from swinging out and keeps it to your bumper or your tailgate, whatever they want to call this, back door, I guess. From so where you got to unbolt it every time you got to do it. So those will have to be adjusted too once we bolt them to the tire rack.
Yeah, no adjustment.
Hold tight. That's at 19. It's at 19, or you can use that. You shouldn't have to have two of them. Huh? Well, what I'm saying is that one inside will stay. Oh, no, it won't. You'll have to hold it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it'll spin. No, you have to hold the actual bump stop. There you go. That's what that Allen hole in the back of it's for.
Jeez, that's all right.
Good. Yep, that's what that Allen hole in the back of there is for, is to hold it while you tighten it down. We got to tighten them little ones too.
Yep.
Good?
Should be good right there.
Yeah, okay, we'll open it back up and tighten these up. These are an Allen and a 10. We'll get the drill for the 10. So here's the drill. So a 10 down here.
I don't think you can get it. No, you can't get that in the bottom.
Can't get it with the impact?
It's in the way.
I'm gonna be able to get either one of them. Oh, yeah, I got that one.
Okay.
Nope, can't get the bottom one at all. Just put the wrench on it and use the Allen. All in all, we're very, very happy with this thing. You can check them out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Hooke Road. I'll show you more. They sell stuff for Jeeps, Fords, Rams, GMC, Chevys. Later on, he's going to get the metal doors that are just like exo doors. What else was you were going to get the running boards too later on?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that bottom one. Those look like 13s. Top black drawer left side. Yeah, they're 13s. Just get a 13 wrench. Right one, top. There you go. I already got the socket. Well, hold on a second. Maybe that's a 14. It's a 14. So we need a 14 wrench. The socket fits the bottom one, but not the top. So we already got a 14 wrench out here.
What do I get?
Nothing.
Don't need it?
Nope. This is your top bolt. I can't get to the bottom one, I don't think. Open the door.
Just gets tight.
It's not. It's a top's a 14, bottom's 13. Open the door.
Right there.
There you go. Now I can get it.
Oh yeah.
Now this is gonna be the fun part.
Yeah, this here.
And those got to be adjusted too.
I think they make like pins you put in there.
That's what I thought, but you don't take them out. They open with the door. Yeah, you can turn them out a ton. Want to get tight? So you start there. It's my hand. Hold on.
Let's see.
He's crushing my hand in there.
Sorry.
Look like you got a little moisture or something in there.
It's,
Yeah, try to give him the same and then put the nut all the way to him. That's how you lock it.
oh, really?
You know what's gonna make this a lot easier for us? Open the door. When you open the door, put them out straight. Wow, that's like, oh, it's supposed to go on the bottom.
What are you talking about?
This is supposed to be down here to where it reaches that. See, if you close it, see, this one's fine. That one's got to go down here. We got to take it back off. It goes on the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to take this one back off.
Good call.
Come on. There we go. Now that'll make it to where it reaches. Oh, let's open the door again. Yep. Well, we won't know until we hook them up. And you can bolt them on, and we can turn both at the same time. Yeah, so try to keep that straight if it's... Same amount of thread out. There we go. Actually, I think that bottom one's got to go down too. Yeah, it's got to go on the bottom side.
Sure?
Yep. This end's got to go on the bottom side because it's at a hard angle. You see it? It's at a hard angle.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
So, anyway. Just trying to keep them same. If you don't have them the same, it'll bind. Alright.
So, taking some back off?
Yep, that one's got to come back off. You're on top. I can't see it. Got it. You good?
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. That'll line it up a lot better. Oh yeah. 10,000% better. We're going to get these on and adjusted and be right back. Now, after you get your turnbuckles or whatever you want to call these tight, it moves very fluidly with the back door. There's no pressure on your back door right now at all. It moves freely. So those keep it on there. And our next step is just going to be mounting the spare tire mount on here. And after that, we just got to, probably later on, we'll hook up the reverse lights and put on the trailer harness down on the bottom later on. For now, though, we're going to bolt this on and we'll pretty much be done. So this is how your bracket goes together. It already has nuts on the inside of it. Yep, they're already welded on. And all we're doing is, this is adjustable. So when you put it on, depending on the size of your tire, is how, you know, how far out or how far in it goes. And it's already got your studs on it for your tire too. So all we're going to do now is use the rest of the hardware to bolt on the bracket to the mount. And this baby will be done. So we'll get set up and we'll cut you back on right as soon as we go to bolt that on there. So after holding that extremely heavy Jeep wheel up there, we figured that our holes are right here and right here. So John, if you will, bring in the bolts. Do the top ones first. Again, this is all grade 8 hardware. Very good stuff.
Bear with me, my hands here.
You're good. All right, do the next one over. You can leave them loose till we get them all 4 in there.
Man, that's got a bear on it.
Does it?
Yeah, the one that cut my finger just now.
Yeah, I don't see how anybody would do this one person. Golden. All right, let's do this other one. All right. Ooh, getting crazier. We can probably open that back door now and it'd give you more room.
Yeah, well,
You ready?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Every time, we need to put a little thing on here. Every time you open it, it goes, oh. Follow up with a, hey. All right, we're going to finish bolting this on, get this spare tire on, because there's really no room to watch us throw a spare tire up there. We'll be right back. Well, that's what we call done, and that's what we call awesome.